Hello everybody, it's the Trail Ninja. Today is October 11th, 2018. And yesterday I went to my front porch, noticed there was a package on the front porch. So in my Sherlock Inquisition, yes, this is a picture of me when I'm in Sherlock mode. I'm a lot younger than that though, but y'all know the deal. So I pick up the package and I took it inside, wondering, what is in this wonderful box that is addressed to me? So I open it with all eagerness and anticipation of what's inside, and I notice that what I find made me light up like this. Here's a hint. Yes, it is none other than the Hero 7 Black. Awesome. So yes, I have now officially picked up the Hero 7 Black from GoPro. It was officially released on September 30th. I got mine yesterday as part of the GoPro trade-up program, so it took a little bit longer to get mine because I wanted $100 off the purchase price of the camera. So how I did that was GoPro has a program called the GoPro trade-up program. You send them any camera that was worth $100 when it was new, working, broke, whatever conditions in, as long as it was worth $100 when it was brand new, you send it to them and they give you $100 off the camera. Pretty cool deal. So I had a 15-year-old camera laying around. It's a Kodak 6 megapixel. They ain't worth $5 on eBay. So I sent that to him, got my $100 off. Pretty cool deal. And if you've been following my channel for any length of time, even my previous channel called Lost and Raider, I still post videos on that site once in a while, but if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a big GoPro fan. I'm a huge GoPro fanatic. I just love these cameras. I don't know why, but I just love them like crazy. So I've acquired a handful of GoPros into my collection over the years. And we'll go with my oldest one, which is a GoPro Hero 3 Black. I believe this camera came out around 2012, 2013 sometime. Around that time frame it came out. So I got that one. It's a great camera, good video quality. Downside was the battery life was horrible. So GoPro addressed that by, I'm not sure, I think it was 6 months or so, half a year or so down the road, when people started complaining that the Hero 3s were getting really poor battery life. And they came out in 3 flavors, the 3 white, 3 silver, and 3 black. And then GoPro terminology, 3 being the black being the flagship, silver being the mid-range, and the white being the entry-level model of camera. So they decided to release a new camera, kind of like an updated Hero 3. They call it the Hero 3 Plus. Same thing, Hero 3 Plus White. No, sorry, it's the Hero 3 Plus Silver and Hero 3 Plus Black. They didn't have a 3 Plus White. So it's only with the 3 Plus Silver and 3 Plus Black. So I picked up a Hero 3 Plus Silver, and I ended up having 3 of these. So I got 3 Hero 3 Plus Silvers. And I rode with those. And I did not get any of the Hero 4 cameras. That's one generation I did skip, because I decided to get a mirrorless camera instead of another GoPro. And then in 2016, they released the Hero 5 Black, which is right here. Now this camera is the first camera that GoPro released that has electronic image stabilization. It's the first GoPro camera with this feature, and this software stabilization. It's not optical, which is hardware, but EIS is electronic, so it has software in it that, by algorithms on the fly, it's supposed to stabilize the video. It was not bad. I mean, the Hero 5 was a huge improvement over the Hero 4 and below in the earlier generations because those were not stabilized at all. And even though it did a good job of, improving, it still had some shakiness to it. So, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was a definite improvement over the Hero 4 and below as far as stabilization. One of the downsides to the Hero 5 was the audio quality. And there's also a bug in this camera where every once in a while when you hit the record button, it only records video and there's no audio. Don't know why it does that. It's random. You won't know it until you get back to the computer and start editing. You're like, oh crap, there's no audio in this clip. So that is one of the bugs of this particular model. And of course, I've never updated the firmware on it either, so I don't know if it's been addressed with firmware fixes or not. I've been wary to update the firmware on the Hero 5 because I've heard issues with the updated firmwares, and I just figure since it's been working, for video wise, I've been leaving it alone. All right, and in 2017, GoPro released the Hero 6 Black, which I do have, but I'm using it to film this video. So it looks exactly it looks exactly like this. In fact, you can't tell the 5 and 6 apart unless you can see the writing on the side where it says Hero. This one says Hero 5. Hero 6 is Hero 6. So that's the only way you can tell them apart. Is the right on the outside. They look identical on the outside. And the Hero 6 made a huge improvement over the electronic image stabilization. I mean, it's light years. That's why I got the Hero 6, was the improvement in the stabilization. I mean, it's phenomenally better. And I'm going to do some tests to show the difference between the 5, 6, and 7 in stabilization as soon as the trails dry up and I can go mountain biking. And I can do some side-by-side comparisons. I will post that up later. But anyways, the 6 almost is up there with gimbal. It's not quite 100% gimbal, but it was very close. So 6 is a very good camera. And that brings us to today. Now we have the Hero 7 Black, and its touted feature is Hyper Smooth, which is basically an improved electronic image stabilization over the 6, where basically they're saying that you can leave the gimbal at home. It's a gimbal killer. It's the end of the gimbal. And from a lot of tests I've seen on YouTube, it's very, very butter smooth video. Again, I'm going to test it out and see how well it works. But if the 6 is anything to go by, if this improves over the 6, I would pretty much take your claim that this will kill the gimbal. And, some of the gimbal purists may disagree, but that's going to be a video I release later on because it's too long of a subject to really bring up in this video that I make it now. But the Hero 7 Black, what really attracted me to it? Well, there's 3 things. One, obviously, I'm a GoPro fanatic, so I just could not resist buying the camera. Plus, getting the $100 off really sweetened the deal too. So, getting the $100 off, plus I just love these cameras, so I end up picking one up. 2, the Hyper Smooth. I mean, I do some mountain biking, and I use this, and I use a chesty mount, which is notoriously shaky. So any way to make that chesty mount smoother I am definitely game for, because that is one of the most shaky mounts you can put on that you can use. But it's a really fun POV. You get to bike you get the handlebars in the video. You get actions. It's a really popular and great way to film a mountain bike ride. But the downside is obviously it's shaky, so anything to eliminate the shakiness. If you're into the mountain biking scene, there's channels like Seth's Mountain Bike Hacks, Single Track Sampler, BKXE. They all mainly use the chesty mount. Right now, they are using Hero 4 Blacks with gimbals. And the main reason that is because audio. The Hero 5 and 6 Black, the main downside to those cameras is the audio quality. Pretty poor audio quality, especially with the 5. 6 improved a little bit, but people still complain about it. And GoPro has claimed to improve it with the Hero 7 Black, but that remains to be seen how well that has been addressed. I'll make a video comparing the audio quality between the 3 cameras. I'll even throw the Hero 3 Plus in there, just kind of show you what because it's the Hero 3 Plus Silver, those pretty similar to the Hero 4, so you have pretty similar audio quality with those. To kind of give you an idea how the audio quality differs between the generations of GoPro cameras. Hopefully the 7 will be a lot better, where the professionals may start jumping over to it, but we'll see how it goes. Until they make the audio quality of the 7 match the 4 at least, don't really see the professionals really jumping past the Hero 4 generation. But for me, my uses, audio isn't as big of a deal as the stabilization is on the camera. And 2, I don't like wearing the gimbals. The gimbals added a lot of extra bulk, more equipment to change batteries on a trail. It's just a pain in the butt. I tried a gimbal a few years ago, didn't like it, so I returned it. So, and again, that's going to go to the gimbal debate, which I'll have on a separate video. I don't want to get too sidetracked on it. All right, so, and then the second reason, I think it's like the first reason that I love the GoPros. Second was the Hyper Smooth, and the third reason was the Hyper Lapse, which is kind of a cool thing where you can use the camera in a kind of like a time lapse scenario, really buttery smooth. If you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of examples of it. That really attracted me to the camera too, because that'd be kind of cool to integrate that in the video, especially doing B-roll stuff. So that attracted to me to it as well. In addition, using the same battery as the Hero 5 and 6 really was attractive, because I mean, I just hate having to maintain several different batteries. I mean, I have to maintain batteries for the Hero 3s and the Hero 5s and 6. I mean, so only have to maintain 2 different types of batteries is a plus. Because the Hero 4 is kind of off-brand, because the Hero 4 uses a different battery, and the 5s use a different battery, and the 5, 6, and 7s use the same battery. But 4 is kind of oddball. It has its own little battery. So that's another reason why I didn't go to the 4, because at the time I only had Hero 3s. And I was like, I only have to charge one type of battery, a lot simpler. So that's another reason why I didn't go with the 4. Anyway, that's what attracted me to the 7. So I'm kind of happy with the 7. I already updated the firmware. That's the first thing they recommend doing on the Hero 7 Blacks when you get them, is get the firmware, put it on an SD card, and then once you pop it in here and turn it on, it'll automatically update as long as you follow the directions on GoPro's website. Get that downloaded, and I'm ready to try it out and see how it goes. Alright guys, and also the one thing I do recommend when you buy a 5, 6, or 7 is, where is my case? This is the case that the housing that came with the Hero 7 Black, and it's the same issue with the 5 and 6. They're super tight on the camera, where you have to really push the crap out of it to get the camera out, which I do not like, especially if you got, you're outside, you got sunblock on, and that's going to inevitably get on the lens and smudge the lens. And if you're not careful, you'll start videoing and you wonder why your video looks like crap because you got smudge on the lens. Well, you got your finger on it when you're pushing out the camera to change batteries, which is a pain in the butt, because it's a pain in the butt because you have to take the camera out of the housing in order to change the battery, because the battery is on the bottom. So you have to take the camera out to change the battery. So what I do is I went and bought Amazon sells a third-party housing, which the camera is a lot easier getting out of. It's not as tight. I mean, it's not going to flop around, but it's not so tight. It's easier to get the camera in and out of, which I do like. And plus, the third-party one has a bigger access panel, so you don't have to take the side door off in order to use the ports. On the GoPro housings, you have to take this off in order to use the ports while the camera's in the housing. I mean, it's not that hard. It just, this coming off, obviously there's a chance for it getting lost, which if you lose any of these ports, the camera is no longer waterproof. So yeah, I don't like the default housing. So when I get it, I just toss it over there and get a Amazon housing that's a little bit looser, that is not as snug. So that's me. Everybody's preferences may vary, but that's just me. So that's my only big fuss about the camera, is the default housing. And it's the same thing with the 5 and 6. Their housings are tighter than crap, and I end up going with the Amazon housing. So that's just me. So alright guys, it's Trail Ninja. Thank you for watching the video. And please like and subscribe.